Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of July 7, the delegations of Tây Ninh City People's Committee, led by Mr. Nguyễn Trung Hiếu, Vice Chairman of Tây Ninh City People's Committee, study and exchange experiences about other propaganda with Tây Ninh radio and television station and multi-purpose gymnasium in Trảng Bàng Thao.
In 2023, the People's Committee of Trảng Bàng Town has directed the Town's Culture, Sports and Radio Center to contact with the radio and television station to carry out television and radio bulletins, translated and subtitled bulletins, columns, reports, clips of socio-economic reports, documentaries introducing potentials and strength calling for investment. The total contract value is more than 253 million Vietnam dong. The multi-purpose gymnasium in Trảng Bàng Town was built with an area of more than 8,000 square meters, with 27 function rooms, 2 grandstands with a capacity of 1,200 people. Total construction cost is estimated at nearly 33 billion Vietnam dong. Currently, the multi-purpose gymnasium is under construction and has not been completed and put into use. At this trend, the delegates exchange some more experiences in the production of local radio programs, coordinating and ordering propaganda with the provincial radio and television stations, estimate, payment and settlement of expenses for radio and television activities, the management and maintenance of the stadium for sports activities, the socialization of sport competition in the locality. Speaking at the meeting, Vice Chairman of the People's Committee of Trảng Bàng Town Hà Minh Dạo hoped that in the coming time, the leaders of two localities would continue to further strengthen the connection, exchange and learn experience in all fields, promote cooperation in sport propaganda and competition activities, step by step improve communication quality, develop physical training and sports movements between localities. Continuing the cultural and historical journey in 2023, organized by Hoa Thanh Town in collaboration with Tây Ninh Radio and Television Station Youth Union, Hoa Bình Minh Tây Ninh Company Limited, in the morning of July 8, the third stage of this journey has brought union members and young people to visit and learn about cultural, historical and traditional craft villages of Hoa Thanh Town. During the first stop of the third stage, the journey learned about Tây Ninh Cao Trải Holistic, a unique architecture and artistic work of Tây Ninh, and the history of formation, the values of cultural values and typical symbols of Cao Đài religion. Then the delegation also visited Trung Phu Family Temple from Long Thành Bắc Quế, where the union members and young people listened to the management board tell about the formation and development history of the temple, as well as the anniversary of the Trung family being held here. At the end of the journey, the delegation visited and learned about Tây Ninh specialty salt making at Đức Trọng Salt Facility. Initially, the urban agriculture with models for high economic efficiency has been formed in Tây Ninh. It has created products with export value, creating ecological environment, green space, and urban landscape, providing agricultural services to agricultural and rural areas, contributing to economic restructuring in urban and suburban areas. Urban agriculture models in Tây Ninh are distributed mainly in Tây Ninh City, districts of Gò Dầu, Bến Cầu, Dùm Chầu, Châu Thành, and Trảng Bàng Thảo. Economic efficiency for 1 hectare of urban agricultural land is 5 to 10 times higher than that of 1 hectare of traditional agricultural land. In particular, there are very profit models up to billions of Vietnam dong per hectare. Although the profit is quite attractive, however, in order to expand on a large scale, it is necessary to meet very important conditions such as capital, science and technology level markets for consumption. Therefore, Tây Ninh province is looking for appropriate policies to develop urban agriculture more sustainably in the coming time.
The Provincial Party Standing Committee has just directed the implementations of the project strengthening people's ability to access law issued by the Prime Minister.
Accordingly, the Provincial Party Standing Committee requested on levels party organizations, localities, agencies, and units to promote the propaganda of the project, strengthening people's ability to assess the law, creating unity in awareness and action on the position and importance of the project and the law in social life, about the responsibilities, rights, and obligations of participating in law research and understanding to improve legal understanding, forming a sense of law compliance, a culture of living and working under the law, contributing to building and perfecting the socialist role of law state of Vietnam, according to Resolution number 27 of the Party Central Committee. Along with that, promoting the role of the system of mass mobilization agencies, the Fatherland Front, along with other social-political professional organizations, and those practicing in the field of judicial assistance in the province in propagating, mobilizing, and supporting people to study and assess the law, strengthening the work of information support, legal advice, focusing on training and improving the quality of the team of lawyers, consultants, propagandists, mediators, etc., protect the legitimate rights and interests of the people, to perform well the supervision and social criticism in the implementation of the law on human rights and citizens' rights, and the accountability of agencies and organizations in ensuring and supporting people's access to the law, continue to develop and implement effective initiatives and models in supporting people's access to law and people's ability to access law. The Provincial Party Standing Committee requested the Party Affairs Committee of the Provincial People's Committee to let the Provincial People's Committee to direct on levels and branches to promote the application of information technology and digital transformation in the field of legal dissemination and education, ensuring that legal information is provided in timely, complete, quick, and convenient manner. At the same time, there should be a mechanism to attract lawyers, people with legal knowledge, and reputable people to participate in grassroots conciliation, building and replicating typical models of grassroots mediation, from slave rights and reward organizations and individuals with achievements in supporting and improving people's ability to access the law. In the first 6 months of 2023, the situation of production, business, services, and goods circulation in the Ninh province is stable. Supply goods are always abundant and diverse in models and times. The Market Management Department has directed its affiliated units to strengthen professional measures, closely follow the locality from across the market to promptly handle violations and ensure the interests of the consumers. The professional force has handled 265 cases. The main types of infringing goods are smoker, cigarettes, fashion, cosmetics. For the total revenue and payment to the central and local budgets is approximately 4.9 billion Vietnam dong, in which the amount of administrative fees is over 4 billion Vietnam dong. Revenue from the sale of confiscated goods is over 829 million Vietnam dong. The amount of illegal profit is over 66 million Vietnam dong. Tam Mon Cultural House in Sudaka Museum Châu District is a place for more than 90 households and 320 Tam Mon people to live and play. Over time, its facilities have deteriorated. The good news is that this year, Tam Mon Cultural House will be renovated and repaired. The project invested by the Construction Investment Project Management Board of Yum Châu District is implemented in order to prevent deterioration of the work while preserving and protecting and promoting the traditions and customs of Tam Mon people. The work includes items such as renovating and repairing traditional houses, renovating and repairing the roof of the front yard, new fence construction, terrace floor tiles, construction of drainage ditches. The project also has items to purchase festival equipment for Tam Mon people. This is a project of roofsea, repairing railway civil work. The total investment of the project is nearly 1.7 billion Vietnam dong from the provincial budget. The implementation time is between 2023 to 2025.
Despite many difficulties in the context of the world and the regions with rapid, complicated, and unpredictable changes, many internal problems in the economies have accumulated over time. but the results were achieved in segments. At the beginning of the year, the industry and trade sector contributed to maintaining macroeconomic stability, controlling inflation, and ensuring major balances of the economy. This is the opinions of the heads of the industries and trade sector at a conference on preliminary reviews of the first segments of the year. Implementations of tasks in the last segments of the year will have in July 7.
According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, in the first segments of the year, there were 27 items with export turnover of over $1 billion, accounting for 90% of total export turnover. On the other hand, imports of basic goods are well controlled. Despite achieving many results in the first segments of the year, although industrial production had positive but slow changes, import and export turnover in general decreased compared to the same period last year, especially in the domestic business sector. In addition, export to major regions and markets on decrease, and export turnover of most key commodities decreased. Therefore, the remaining segments need to accelerate solutions. Strengthening support for businesses to penetrate emerging markets and niche markets with great potential, simultaneously promoting official export in association with branded goods, continuing to promote digital transformation in trade promotion activities, connecting supply and demand, especially cross-border e-commerce, creating favorable conditions for expanding domestic and foreign markets, promoting sustainable export. In the context of a huge decline in import and export, it is necessary to focus on effectively implementing solutions to stimulate consumption demand, develop domestic trade, closely combine traditional trade with modern trade in order to exploit effectively the market of 100 million people. In fact, right from the beginning of the year until now, units in the ministry from the Department of Domestic Markets to relevant departments, especially the Trade Promotion Department, have strengthened coordination with localities to promote activities connecting supply and demand, connecting trade in the domestic market, especially regional linked activities. In order to fulfill the targets assigned by the government for the whole year of 2023, in the context that the situation in the last segments is still complicated, favorable and difficult, the leaders of the Ministry of Industry and Trade said that in the immediate future, the trade and industry sector continues to focus on promoting serious, drastic and effective implementation of the tasks assigned in Resolution Number 1 of the government.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recycling sector in our countries in general and plastic recycling in particular is facing a lot of opportunities. From the beginning of the next year, enterprises that produce and import packaging, including plastic packaging, will be required to recycle a certain percentage of their packaging. The volumes of packaging to be recycled will not be small and increase gradually according to the roadmap. However, the fight of plastic recycling is facing a paradox. It's a domestic plastic waste that is discharged into the environment, and many businesses have to import plastic scrap for recycling.
Domestic waste, in which many types of plastic waste have high recycling value, because they are not yet required to be classified. At the source, they are discharged into the environment every day. After that, the informal labor force such as bottle and glass is collected and bought by the focal points and then transferred to recycling routes villages like this. Statistics from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment show that the amount of plastic waste by 2022 is about 3.27 million tons per year. However, this amount of plastic waste is mainly being recycled by craft villages, businesses in the field of plastic recycling like raw materials. Many plastic recycling routes villages are very large, about 400 to 500 enterprises, but they cannot participate in the chain of recycling enterprises because they do not meet the standards for environmental treatment. Due to lack of raw materials, many plastic recycling enterprises have to import. According to data from the General Department of Customs, the total amount of plastic replacement to be imported into our country is over 3 million tons per year. Not only lack of indigenous plastic source, enterprises also face other difficulties. This enterprise is preparing in terms of technology and infrastructure to become a recycling enterprise on the list of rules enterprised by the National EPR Council, but right from the application stage, it was difficult. The purchase and discard of bottles, packaging from people. In fact, we cannot make a list and ask them to sign in full details, so therefore will not comply with the regulations of the tax. But if not fully comply with the regulations, you can submit it to become a fraud, and the only way is to purchase, but the records are fake. A report by the International Finance Corporation and the World Bank has recorded that Vietnam wasted nearly 3 billion US dollars because it did not recycle on plastic waste from daily life. The recycling industry in Vietnam has a rich source of raw materials. Currently, we have received many groups and corporations that have expressed interest in Vietnam's recycling market, especially when we have EPR. They are promoting research. I hope that with this trend, Vietnam's recycling businesses will develop. Recycling is just one stage in a closed trend including classification, collection, recycling, consumption. Therefore, the potential is rich, but without a singular solution, it will still be difficult for businesses to turn plastic waste into money.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.